Hello, I'm Rushav.
I'm Sujit.
And I'm Vinay.
Podcasts are a common thing, but you don't have to think about it from a podcast angle each and every time. As a brand, it can be a video in general, or it can be a podcast. One, you need to keep your content organic and impromptu. If you keep your content scripted, it might sound like, the majority of content that you read out there on the internet. Be honest, stick to your organic content and your views. Second is to keep your podcast format not generic. If you're trying to copy other formats or videos or segments out there, you might be swimming in the crowd and you might not stand out. Number three, you need to think about your domain and your target audience. Because if you are addressing people who are not at all going to be your target audience or potential customers, of course, that can be your preference. But if you're addressing people who are not going to be your potential customers, that could be a waste of your time and efforts. But at the same time, if you just want to do a podcast just for your own satisfaction and you just want to talk in front of the camera, that's well and good. But if you're thinking about it from a brand strategy, from a customer acquisition strategy, you need to take into consideration these 3 points for sure. We are here to talk about ads, talk about brands, talk about some tips and tricks, or rather just gossip about the world of brands in general.
So to start with, we can talk about IPL ads.
That's a trending topic nowadays, and it's IPL fever. So I guess we will talk around that thing.
As an RCB fan, it's been a very devastating IPL for me personally. Vinay doesn't watch IPL, so yeah.
I am not a hardcore fan of IPL, but the technology what IPL has brought in terms of broadcasting. So I will be overviewing, and I'm very I'm interested to explore that technology or how it's used. So it is also a kind of study for me, like how they embedded the multiple views in that app and other languages as well.
Right, but specifically Jio Cinema.
Yes,
it was a great success as a brand. I don't think any brand from Reliance has seen this kind of massive success within a very short period of time.
Let's not forget, it is again free. Jio Cinema app is free for any user.
It is free for every user, for every SIM holder. Of course, we'll see some changes as soon as the IPL is over. And also one interesting thing that I observed is they kept releasing different updates or versions of Jio Cinema, which kept on bringing new features. Of course, they have 11 plus commentaries and all, but they also popped up questions. What age category you belong to, and unless I give them an answer, I would not be able to view the match.
So they are gathering the data for the user, and also I observed that they are giving the expert comments in kind of the scorecard they show below the video.
Right.
Yes.
So just like Disney Hotstar would have that feature where you can type your comments.
Yes.
So they had that plus a Twitter-like feed where expert comment is seen, and plus the pop-ups that come 4-6 flag or logo coverage. If we look at the Jio Dandanandan contest, by the way, a good ad series throughout the IPL campaign featuring Alia Bhatt.
Yes.
To the point. Alia Bhatt has a good screen presence.
Yes.
You don't feel irritated while watching those Jio Cinema ads.
And the scripts are quite good, the dialogues and the concept rather. They are they are certainly asking users to play that game on the app, even if their team is not playing on that day.
Exactly. मेरी टीम नहीं खेल रही, but then she's like कि तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, but तुम्हें खेलना है हर रोज. So that's addressing each and every point, because if I am not an RCB fan, and I am an RCB fan, but if I don't want to watch a Gujarat wala match, but they are addressing those pointers as well.
Still kind of involving in this festival, so it's a festival. So cricket is a festival in our country.
So IPL they always call it India ka tyohar.
Actually.
That is true, but Jio Cinema tried to take it to the next level this year, and I think they have been successful. To be honest, this has been a landmark IPL till date. I would say because the last 3 IPLs were kind of bland. Plain.
Bland, and it was
COVID times.
Of course, COVID times was also there, and I think this was the first IPL wherein people came to the stadium.
No, last year people came, but again it was COVID again. And they had to split the IPL.
Right.
And it was
only Mumbai
and Pune. Yes.
So this year they were back to, it's like full glory of
Yes,
all
yes.
through all stadiums throughout India.
So
Exactly.
like what personally I felt is the camera angles they showed in this app. I mean that was something that would stand out for me. Everyone will they will want to go on the app and explore that other few different angles, like
Correct.
how the ball goes from this side of the pitch or this
Correct.
side of the ground. That was very
Unique,
like
yeah.
that. Unique.
Yeah.
Unique as in that, like, it's a kind of the people, those who are practicing right now cricket, so they can view in different angles, like how this
Yes.
bowler is bowling, or how this batsman has a
Approaching
different
the
style, or how is attending that ball.
Right. This year, what they did is the ads on Jio Cinema and the ads on Star Sports. Not just ads, even the commentators. The commentators who
yes.
are on Jio Cinema are not on Star Sports.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
There, I guess, I
It's
gained
that.
90 plus commentators working this year
Oh.
for Jio Cinema plus Star Sports in different languages.
Yes, in different languages.
Right.
Yes.
11 plus languages.
Yes.
But,
Where they
but is
brought-
it only for Jio Cinema or also Star Sports? That
Both.
number of languages.
Both.
Oh.
Yes.
So I think that might have been a IPL decision
Yes, right.
rather than Jio Cinema or Star
Yes.
Sports. Interesting.
So they might be taking IPL into main, remote areas, like
Yes.
as
Local
you can
languages.
see the localization of Bhojpuri.
Yeah.
So Bhojpuri was quite trending this year.
Which
Yeah.
got into a
Bhojpuri
meme
commentary.
fest rather.
Meme fest as well, and it sounds funny, but
Ravi Kishan-
it's their native local language, so it's
So they gained quite a good amount of
The
Exactly.
Bhojpuri
commentator.
audience.
Yes, and not to forget the VR experience they brought in.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think
I was not knowing that.
But I think they brought in the VR experience.
Headset also.
Yeah, but they brought it in midway through IPL.
Yes.
So at the beginning.
Okay.
And of course, IPL has this tradition of all brands releasing ads in series.
Yes,
Correct.
phases.
Because, for example, Dream 11 has almost 8 to 9 ads,
Right.
or more than that. The American, the three idiots wala
concept.
series.
Yes.
Along with them, it's Rohit Sharma, Bumrah, Rahul Chahar, the Pandya brothers,
Chahal.
Ashwin, Chahal.
Yeah, these are like these are most in a news players.
Right.
Yeah, the famous
Not
ones.
you can say.
You can call them famous ones.
Famous ones. Yeah.
If you don't
yeah,
watch
it's a famous one.
Even if you don't watch the IPL, you know them.
You
so
know
they
them.
are famous players.
I know them.
Yes.
Exactly.
I know them because of their characters
Yeah.
and because of their presence in social media as well.
Yeah.
True,
so
true.
they have that presence as well.
Yes.
But I think the
So-
Dream 11 series was a good take overall because
Correct.
they had this typical pattern wherein they're addressing the cricketers' journeys.
Yes.
Or ये मैं भी कर लेता हूँ. So they knew that those previous formats were very famous in the Dream 11 franchisee. So they addressed those points as well.
Right.
कि मैं कर लेता हूँ वाला शर्मन जोशी says कि ऐसे करते करते ये लोग एक्टिंग में भी आ
Acting में भी
गए.
आ गए.
So-
So that's the take they took. So they wanted to be witty. They wanted to be relatable.
Yes.
They took the famous Three Idiots wala pair, and then they paired it up with these famous cricketers.
Correct.
I think that was a good
Taking
concept.
on a same pace
Yes.
or on a same, as a team. Like we have our own team. So तुम तुम्हारा देख लो, हम हमारा team बना.
And even
So that's-
even in those ads, they're trying to tell every people that come on our app and play. Everyone is equal here.
correct.
We are not playing professional cricket here. We are just playing a Dream 11 game. So they are trying to bring every people for
Exactly.
for the app.
And I think Dream 11, this ad got wittier this year, and I personally felt it had a bit of a Tanmay Bhatt touch in a way. When you roast players within the ad, when you roast other people within the ad, that's the first time I saw in a Dream 11.
So
rather.
roasting
So,
is a
for
new
example, Lal
thing,
Singh reference with Amir.
Yes, last
Or-
thing. Josita Vai Sikandar
Exactly.
mentioned, Lagan mentioned.
And then references to his budget and him not going to award ceremony. So they
Right.
added personal nuances.
Yes, yes.
So it felt like gossip and banter to the normal janta.
So
that
that
was
is
a good-
relatable.
Yeah.
that was a heart of the people. Like if I'm commenting to Amir Khan, so what would his reaction?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you आपका बजट तो वही बहुत ज़्यादा है.
हाँ.
You are very professionalist. ऐसे उसको बुलाते हैं.
Perfectionist.
Perfectionist उसको
Perfection.
बुलाते हैं. Perfectionist बुलाते हैं. So yeah,
Perfectionist.
roasting is a new thing to get in a trend.
So all stars, no normal actors that you would see in the ad.
Correct.
Only stars, cricketers and actors.
And they had a very clear concept that cricketers are trying to be actors.
Yeah.
So actors will be playing cricket this year.
Exactly. That was
and by this they mean that they will be playing cricket on the Dream 11 app.
Correct.
So they are not forgetting their main objective of bringing everyone to their app for playing that contest.
Exactly, because many a times what ads do is they try to pull off a script which is witty, but at the same time they are trying to take audience away from the product.
Correct.
But Dream 11 didn't do that.
They gone off track, but with the product.
Yes, right.
Right.
And using 3 Idiots cast, what they did is they just every time we see cricketers doing these ads, so this time they did Bollywood actors.
Yeah.
So this way they are trying to attract people who are not into cricket also.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they Amir Khan, Madhavan and this Sharman Joshi, all these guys have a huge fan following.
Yes.
They are releasing hits every year.
Correct.
And so that is what Dream 11 tried, taking that group of people, non-cricket audience.
Non-cricket audience, exactly. And
Amir Khan had 2 of the hits in Bollywood, like Lagan and Jo Jita Wahi Se Kar.
Yes.
Right. So
They're
it had
related
that
to
sport
sports.
element. Yes.
Sports
Exactly.
element. Yeah.
So Dream 11 was a success.
Success.
Right?
I guess you can say that.
I think every year they have nailed it.
Nailed it,
But
yes.
this year they went a bit further, and I
They tried
think
different perspectives
Yes,
this
yes.
year, different angle.
different angles. Apart from that, I think if we talk about all the Pan Masala ads, let's not just get into it because they have now.
They have the different thing.
They got everyone. They
I
got-
like those ads.
They got Sunil Gavaskar,
They
Chris
got
Gayle. They
Kapil
even
Dev.
got Chris Gayle.
Oh, yes.
Kapil Dev, Sunil Gavaskar, Chris Gayle, Sehwag, Ritik, Tiger Shroff, Mahesh Babu. Who else? Vimal.
Vimal had that three.
Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar.
Ajay
Yeah,
Devgn.
but
Ajay
this year's
Devgn.
IPL, when I watched on GS Cinema, I didn't see the Vimal ads.
Okay.
But maybe on the Star Sports.
Yes, Star
they-
Sports had this ad.
Okay. But ironically, like what I read till now is the ad revenue has gone down
Okay.
even after all these efforts somehow. So
Okay.
of course, as the IPL ends and when we get the final figures out in the public, we'll realize what was the actual ad spend, what was the actual ad revenue. But I think somehow brands are not feeling the ROI from IPL because you'll see a lot of companies going out of IPL.
Yes.
And of course, there are other reasons. For example, Byju's is not there, Unacademy is not there.
Unacademy has decided to
Yeah.
skip this year.
Cred has gone silent. They are
Yes.
only into that 5 VIP tickets thing flashing on the screen.
The big surprise was Cred. They are involved in IPL in a very short format of the
Yeah.
form of the way. But everywhere people had this habit that they'll see some
They'll see those
The
Cred
Cred
ads.
somewhere because the Cred ads are
Unique.
Until now, there are more.
And they released only during the IPL time.
Yes.
So I think from 2020 they started showcasing Cred
Yes,
ads.
So they have the very more impressive content and
Yeah, but I personally feel maybe those ads didn't make a dent in terms of attracting actual users.
actually was
People knew, of
Maybe.
course, we don't have the numbers, but my personal opinion, great ads, cool ads to be frank, but I don't know how much it affected people coming onto the app and being regular users. Who knows?
I guess what they wanted to do is just spread awareness,
yeah.
and they did.
Maybe the job is done.
Their job is done.
yes. Now they just want a presence.
on-
They are just in a presence. Like
Yes.
we are here.
Hmm.
That's it.
Maybe.
So might be that angle.
Could be.
Unacademy was also one of the sponsors.
Yeah, they were the
Last year.
sponsors
Last year. So
They had this famous campaign
yeah.
yeah.
last year.
Unacademy, yeah. So Unacademy, I think last 2 IPLs, their videos were
Quite
gaining a lot
popular.
of popularity.
Okay.
I think it was midway through the IPL or towards the end of the
Towards
IPL.
the end of the IPL.
So they, created a great summary, great editing. So if you watch those ads or the videos, you'll see a nice touch of editing and a good summary and conclusion.
Summary. They tried to
that.
explain physics and
Yes,
these kind of
yes.
concepts through cricket on the field moments.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So how do you judge a catch? How do you field? How do you bat? How do you
Great
use-
eye on those ads.
how do you use education science into
In the
sports?
cricket.
So they brought in that education wala factor using those interesting videos. But this year, they are nowhere to be seen. So that was, very different this
Yes.
cycle. Because Cred is not there, Unacademy. Who else?
And I guess I had seen this one good ad, Groww wala ad.
Groww came a bit late. I think midway in the
Midway.
in May only.
Yes.
May first week or maybe April last week.
And great concept.
Yeah, cool, simple.
Great, to the point, direct,
Okay.
involving a lot of people.
Different people from different walks of life.
Yes.
कि
They had
आप
a
travel कर रहे हो, you're doing
simple
this, you're doing
motto.
that. Yeah,
that what are you doing? You're growing.
Yes.
Correct.
I mean, they wanted to talk about your portfolio is growing,
Portfolio is
stock
growing,
amounts,
yes.
all those things.
And at the same time, Upstox is gone.
Yes.
I didn't see any Upstox.
Upstox.
No
Upstox
Upstox ads.
is
They just have
nowhere.
their award.
Most valuable player award.
valuable,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but no ads.
No ads. But
They-
Groww was cool. Like, I'm also an ardent Groww user. It feels like all the brands that I use are a good part of IPL. Of course, IPL ads doing the round, but when we talk about all the brands in general, we need creatives or posts on a daily basis. It could be static social media posts or creatives that you just want to shoot out to your public potential customers.
Exactly.
But not everyone can afford to have a designer or maybe hire an agency, and that's totally fine. Or even if you are an agency, everyone is caught up in the fever of AI design tools, right? And we also have been experimenting with a lot of tools internally.
Exactly.
So, what tool would you choose, Sujit?
I guess I'll choose Canva. It has great templates and it allows me to try different templates, different designs. I can change colors easily. And I guess I found good designs over there compared to other apps that I used. And another feature they recently added was text to image. I mean, we just type in a prompt and they'll give me an image. It is quite helpful in the storyboarding part.
Storyboarding part as well. Yeah, of course, not in the finished design.
Finished design, not finished design, but the first draft to let my team or the client understand what I'm trying to convey.
Exactly.
Yes.
But cool
They'll
tool.
improve,
And
yes.
we have been using Canva since the last 3-4 years now.
4 years now.
So, and Microsoft Designer is what we tried out recently.
Yes. Yeah.
Microsoft is like going all in from the AI angle.
AI angle.
They have a huge stake in ChatGPT. They have integrated AI with the designer tool. So even that has a text to image converter. Sometimes better than Canva in some areas, but a cool app for beginners and advanced level designers as well to experiment stuff.
So yeah, there is a new thing like Adobe Firefly, and Adobe has always given the new designing tools. Along with this, it comes up with the new Adobe Firefly, which has the text to image. If you type the text, and you will get the many more images with that action. If you type the action as well, so you'll get those images. So it's a very new tool from the Adobe.
Right.
So it's.
And I think Adobe has always been the pioneer when it comes to
It is
design,
they
along
are
with
the
the
pioneer,
acquisition of Figma last
Yes.
year. Yeah, you can share your images. You can let us know if you know about any other tools in the comments. And let us know if you want to hear about any other topics in our next segment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy branding.